link today.
You what?
I have the unlimited Zoom.
Oh, I know. This happens to us every time. I'm like, hold on, I gotta send you.
I'll send you another link. No, I have the unlimited one. So next time, remind me, and I'll set it up so we don't get cut off.
There are so many things I've invested in and done, yet I'm still too cheap to upgrade to the page.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, it's kind of like, yeah.
We'll chip in, Amanda.
That's hysterical.
That's actually not a bad idea, like a team investment.
Yes.
That's so funny.
That's a good idea.
That is.
But anyway, I was saying, use your progress, Laura Lynn, to your advantage. Use your journey to your advantage, because that's going to be huge. I mean, I think, but the key is you have to be consistent and share your progress and share your results as you go, so that people can know that there is a change and see that there's a change and all of that.
And that's why I saw like how Josh had said yesterday, every Transformation Tuesday and every Throwback Thursday, we should all be making posts about, where we were even just a week prior, 2 weeks prior, or, this time last year before you were introduced to the coaching opportunity and joined the team, and what it's done for you, and then providing that call to action at the end, because you never know how that message is going to relate to somebody. And
right.
Share your transformation pictures every single Tuesday and Thursday. Only, 10% of your followers are actually seeing them. And what he was saying is that, and I've said this before too, like, even if it just helps one person, if that's the person that is seeking you out, following you, and needs your help. So that's just, remembering, like, to really share that journey, to do the side by side, to talk about it, because you will be able to touch somebody with that message, which is important. And that's what we're here for. I mean, we're here to help people. Like, you're coming at it from a genuine standpoint. There's nothing to feel bad or, weird about.
Yep. So I have a question. I guess I have a couple questions, but my number one thing is, how do you start conversations with, so you friend someone on Facebook who you don't know, but you kind of got a feel for their, they're nice enough person, and you might have like one or two mutual friends, and they, accept the request, and you just shoot them a thank you for the friend request. How do you start a conversation with this person that you have no idea how, like, you don't know anything about this person?
I've never done that.
No?
Okay.
Stop.
Actually,
are you
I
kidding?
Help with this.
Oh my God.
I can help with this because I just watched a Brooke, her last name is Leipoff now, but her old last name was Dorset, and she was talking all about Streak, and I'm like trying to get Streak implemented to kind of try to streamline my business a little bit. And she was saying that what she does is, once people accept her friend request, she puts them into the building relationships category. She doesn't reach out to them right away. She follows them for a week or two. She likes their stuff. She comments on their stuff. Then once she feels like she's somewhat built a relationship with them, or gets an idea into their life, then she sends them a message related to something she saw. Like, hey, I know we've been friends for a few weeks now. I just wanted to introduce myself. I love X, Y, and Z that you shared the other day. Just to let you know, I'm always looking to network with other moms or other women, or, however you want to word it. But build that relationship with them first, so it's not so weird when you send the message out.
Yeah, and that's,
I have sent messages right after being accepted and just been whatever about it. Like, hey, I noticed that you liked such and such on somebody's page. I just wanted to reach out because I noticed that you were really cute, like a little boy. He looks about my son's age, and I'm always trying to network with other mommies. Sometimes people are really receptive. Other times people don't respond, and that's.
And you know what's funny? I've never done that because that would creep me out.
And you know why? Sometimes I shy away from it because that's what I feel. I feel like that person thinks I'm a creep. And sometimes the conversations, like the other day, I friended someone who I didn't know, and she just signed up as a coach yesterday. And it was just a freaky thing. She was like, oh my God, she liked my leg.
Under you?
under me.
Oh, cool.
I don't know who she is. We had this conversation yesterday, and she was like, you were sent to me at the perfect time. So
you were sent to me.
Yeah, exactly. And, she signed up. She has like 80 pounds to lose. And she's like, I'm all about this. Oh my God, thank you so much. But like that conversation went perfect. Other ones I say, hey, how are you? I saw da-da-da. They'll say,
yeah, oh, you know what? You just got to keep, we're doing this, the art of recruiting training with Josh Coates that Amanda was referring to. And, that's kind of one of the things he was saying, like, you just have to keep putting it out there and something's going to stick eventually. You know what I mean? Like you can friend request 10 people you don't know. One of them you might connect with, and that's going to be your rock star coach, Right. And I think it just goes back to doing, again, what I was saying before. Different things work for different people. I haven't done that. Number one, I haven't needed to. Number two, I'm just not comfortable with it. And it's funny. I am more comfortable with random strangers that have liked my page than I am requesting a friend of a mutual friend.
Okay.
Because I feel like that stranger has somehow, for some reason, and that has given me the liberty, to reach out to them and say, and add them as a friend. So this is what I've been doing in the last month is if they like my page, I kind of scope their page out, see what they look like, what's gonna, some of them are freaking creepy. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not friending you. And so I'll scope through it. And if they look normal, if they have a family, I look at their Amanda will tell you, I shared the one lady's post. I can't repeat it because I know there are kids on the,
oh my gosh,
around, but one of her first,
I don't even know where some of these people are coming from on Facebook.
I'm like, I can't, she had this like, quote thing. And I was like, oh, sweet Jesus. Like it made me blush. And like, it takes a lot to make me blush. I was like, oh my, I can't believe somebody, number one, looked that up. And then number two, found it and posted it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was like, oh my, I was like, yeah, I can't friend request you. You're not my type of person. But so it's just things like, I'll have to private message you all the little thing later. Oh, sweet.
You hanging out with us at Summit.
Yeah, no. I was like, OMG, that was so, and I'm like not always the most appropriate person. And like I said, that even made me blush, but yeah, I was, so I scoped her page out. I'm like, yeah, I can't friend request you, but there's some people that I see, if they post really inspirational quotes or they have pictures of their family and things like that. I'm like, okay, now you're somebody I can kind of relate to, and I friend request them. Once they accept my friend request, then I'll send them a private message and say, hey, thank you for liking, my fitness and nutrition page and for accepting my friend request. Are you on a health and fitness journey too? I do. That's it. And I've made probably at least, I don't know, let me look at my cheat sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new conversations going.
Okay.
So.
And I think that's where sometimes, like, there were some days, now that my like page is up and I kind of promoted boosted a post, so I'm getting friends that way too. But some days, like, there were some days that I struggled because I'm trying to grow my, Facebook following. And I was just kind of like, okay, I have, I'm sitting on 400 friends and I've been sitting on 400 friends for, the past, couple months.
Yeah. So make sure that when you add new friends, like just say you contact or connect with like a couple of friends from high school and you end up becoming friends with them on Facebook, make sure you're going to your like page and inviting them to like your like page. Right. So that's also building your following over there. Okay. Because think about it, like if you're somebody who's scrolling through and looking at different like pages or whatever, if you see somebody that's got 100 followers versus 600 followers, you're going to think, okay, the person with 600 maybe has some more quality information to share than somebody that has 100. So that's why it's going to be important to try to, boost up your following on your like page. Right now, I'm obviously putting in more money to build that than what I'm getting back. But my goal is for that to be an investment and then hopefully eventually get that back by people joining a challenge group or becoming a coach. Yeah. So, it's kind of an investment in my business right now, even though nothing has panned out yet. But I would say since I started promoting my like page in mid-January, so what's that been, like a month and a bit? I went from maybe 320 likes to 550.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've gotten quite a bit of followers. Now, like I said, how that's going to pan out, I don't know. And I probably ended up spending a couple $100 to do it. So we'll see.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
Yeah. And then I have another question with, others that have bought challenge packs and stuff and then just buy the challenge pack and don't continue on Shakeology. So I'm having a really hard time with keeping them in my challenge group. Does that make sense? I feel like, I don't know, some days I struggle with, do I continue to let them be in my challenge group if they didn't renew their Shakeology?
You know what? I've had so many people come back to Shakeology again. I always keep them in.
You keep them in?
This is my philosophy. I don't close the door on anybody, because you just never know what circumstance is going to change in their life later. Maybe right now they're just having some financial issues and they really do like Shakeology, but they just feel like they can't afford it. Even though I've explained to them that they can become a coach and make money, and that some people just don't get it. So I always leave that door open. And I figure sometimes new products and programs come out, and then they'll say, oh, okay, there's that special again. I just got my tax money back. I can buy Shakeology, I can buy a challenge pack again. So you just never know what that circumstance is. I never close that door.
So if someone wants to just buy a fitness program and not purchase it as a challenge pack, you still allow them in your challenge group? Okay.
Absolutely. Because think of it this way. Maybe they're like, I don't know, I tried Herbalife and that crap didn't work for me. I tried Isogenics and I lost weight and then gained it all back when I stopped. I've tried, I get that in there, Leslie. I tried Weight Watchers and that worked for sure. So people get gun shy, of these shakes because they don't understand what Shakeology is.
Right.
That's why I make it a point in my groups to provide kind of education about Shakeology without selling them Shakeology. Like, this is what it's going to do. This is what it's done for me. This is how it's maybe different. A lot of people think Shakeology is a protein shake, but it's really not. Yeah. This is what it is. So you're not selling them on it. You're helping explain to them what it is and what it's not. Okay. Then as they see other people in your group who are drinking Shakeology, having success and losing weight and feeling awesome, getting energy, la, 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 they're like, wait a minute, maybe I should have added that Shakeology stuff in when I bought my challenge or when I bought that program the first time. And so it's kind of like that peer pressure influence, when you see your friends doing something that's working, you want to know what it is that they're doing. So, I mean, that has worked like a charm a lot in my challenge groups. So I always mix them in, because if they don't understand it or don't know about it or don't think it's a real product or whatever, they're going to learn through my challenge group what it's all about.
I mean, I love how you explained it. I'm so sorry. But my thing is, if yesterday I was on the phone with someone for, half hour explaining how the fitness program with Shakeology works. And then I'm going to allow someone to just join my challenge group without Shakeology. It kind of defeats my purpose and that half hour that I just spent. Do you know what I mean? Like, no.
Yeah, but you can't think of it that way. You can't think of it that way, because you're basically giving more credibility to the person because they spent more money. Because they bought Shakeology. Your goal is to help people, period. Whether they buy the fitness program, whether they just buy Shakeology, whether they buy a challenge pack, no matter what. And that person could end up being a rock star coach who just bought the program. I've let people in who bought their program on eBay, but I've made them sign up for a free account with me, so that if they decide down the road that they want a challenge pack or Shakeology or the performance line or whatever, that I am getting the credit. People don't understand how this business works. And like I said, everybody comes in with a past and with past experiences of things that have worked and haven't worked. So you can kind of prejudge that. Like, it's just not fair. You can't prejudge them because they don't understand what Shakeology is in the way that we want. What I have done, like I was explaining with Hammer and Chisel, is for people who bought a challenge pack versus just the program, I did a VIP, what I called the VIP test group. Okay. And the people in the VIP test group had to buy a challenge pack, whether it was a performance challenge pack or the Shakeology challenge pack. To be in that VIP group, they had to do that. Now, honestly, I didn't do a whole lot different. I gave a little bit more time and attention into that group, made sure I checked in that every day, answered everybody's questions, make sure I was following up with them, probably a little bit more diligently than I do in, like the big hammer and chisel group that we had. But, for that specific case, I did divide out people because I wanted the people who put the time and investment in it to get a little bit more of my attention than the people who just wanted the program. So, I mean, you can do that too. I don't do that, on a monthly basis. Like if I'm doing a 21-day fix group, I don't care if they bought Shakeology or not.
Right.
They're all going to get the same information.
Right. And the reason why I think I'm so big on Shakeology is because I've been doing the workout program for 7 years. I did it for 7 years. Well, yeah, 7 years without Shakeology. And now I've been doing it with Shakeology for almost a year, and I know the difference. And I kind of like save people from that. Do you know what I mean? So like, because I've done it with and I've done it with, I know that combining the two is what's going to give you results.
So then you need to share that. I'm saying in your challenge groups, even, if you have those people in there that just got the program and the challenge pack people, that you share that story as part of your group.
Yeah. My group, I only allow people that purchase a challenge pack. I haven't sold any without Shakeology.
So what about the people who just buy a program?
I haven't. I haven't had anyone just purchase a program. I had one person who purchased a program on television and then switched over to me as a coach. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm struggling with having her in. I allowed her in one of my challenge groups, and she wasn't active, and I saw that she wasn't participating, and she kind of she lost interest. And I feel like if you're going to be committed 100%, it's with Shakeology. Like that's how I see it. I've been there, done that. And that's how, I explain it to people. Like if you're going to do it half-assed, and order the, I'm sorry for my language, but order the program. If you want to commit to it 100%, go full force and do it with Shakeology to get the results that you want to get.
Now, did you reach out to her and see what was going on?
Oh, I see her all the time. She's a teacher at my daughter's daycare.
So what did she say?
Her excuse is she didn't order Shakeology because she can't afford it. And I broke it down to her, like, it's $4.44 a day. Like, if you can buy, and I see her, she has coffee and a breakfast bar from Wawa. And I'm like, that right there probably cost you $6. Right. And I get frustrated because I've been there. And to me, like you said, she doesn't know the value of Shakeology.
Yeah.
Like I've given her a pack of Shakeology so she can try, and she loves it.
Daisy, slow down.
I know.
But you know what? You can't make people want it if they don't want it for themselves.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. She will come back to you. I will put $100 on it right now that she will come back to you at some point and order Shakeology.
And I reach out to her.
I have a girl that I work with. I bust her every day. She ordered 21-day fix challenge pack probably almost 6 weeks ago. So there's almost been 2 rounds done now. And she was like, I know if I spend this money, I am all in. I'm doing this. She has not 3 Diet Cokes sitting across her desk. She had something else, 2 cookies. I go in, yesterday I went in and there was a Diet Coke and freaking Pop-Tarts. Maple brown sugar Pop-Tarts. Freaking tarts. I walked in, I was like, are you effing kidding me? I looked right at her.
Kind bar.
Like, why do you always have to walk in and I'm eating crap? I'm like, because you're always eating crap. That's the problem. I'm like, it's not I'm walking in when you're eating crap, you're always eating crap. Then you're complaining that you're fat. Like,
right.
I'm like, sweet Jesus, Pop-Tarts, maple brown sugar Pop-Tarts. Really? And she's got probably 2 bags of Shakeology sitting at home. You can't make people get it. And she keeps saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do it." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And I'm like, "There's just some people you just can't help."
No, it's true.
Maple brown sugar Pop-Tarts. I daggone near had a heart attack.
But going along with that, Daisy, like, I'm very much a believer, like, you need to buy the challenge pack to be part of the group. And that's just how I am. That's worked for me. However, when people do, like, I have one or two girls who have bought things previously, like through eBay or Amazon, and I have let them into our groups when they've transferred over to me. Neither of them, it's been like almost a year now, neither of them have ever bought anything through me. However, there are two people that like constantly participate in our groups. So I always like when people do participate and boost engagement, even if they're not on Shakeology, they never make it seem like they're not. You know what I mean? They're never like answering, no, I didn't drink my shake today. They're just like, yeah. Like they just keep things going and lively. So when they
this is also the benefit of having other coaches in your group too.
Yeah.
Because I've done it where, I'll be like, okay, look, this person's not on Shake. I mean, Amanda and I have done it in the past where I'm like, okay, look, this person's not on Shakeology. Can you just make so it's not coming always from me? Can you just make a little post in there today about what it's done? Oh my God, the Shakeology has done X, Y, and Z for me. And so like we kind of get those subtleties in there to start making them think a little bit that maybe that they should try the Shakeology. Mm-hmm. It works. I know it works. I've been drinking this stuff for almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years in July. And I mean, I've never felt better. I've never been in better shape in my life. I know it works, but I can't always get that into other people's heads. And again, when they're paying $130 up front, like, whoa, yet, next week I'll see them post on Facebook that they bought 2 new Coach purses that, had to equal up to $400. I'm like, really? You had enough money for, I have a girl who's been telling me for 2 years that she can't afford a challenge pack and is in Disney with her, she's a single parent, but had enough money to go to Disney with her kid.
Somebody like that, they just bought a new elliptical, but.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's really, in their head and their priorities. But I think somebody like that who is going to at least invest in a program with you has the potential to see the value in Shakeology eventually.
But also you'll get referrals out of these people. That's an important thing you have to think about, Daisy. Mm-hmm. She may not get the whole Shakeology. She may not be able to afford it. The people that are dropping Shakeology, the reason they're putting it on hold is because they haven't been drinking it. They've got 2 bags in their freaking pantry because they're not drinking it. But the fact that they're there and they're still participating, like you said, you'll get that engagement. And the other ones are, we're talking about crickets there on our groups. Mm-hmm. I look to see who's looked at the stuff.
Same.
People have such a hard time pushing that button saying that they like something. Please push freaking like. Is that too much to ask for you to just push like, God damn it? I see this one girl every freaking morning at the school, and she won't. And I give her shit about it all the time. I'm sorry. But
just like it for me.
Exactly. Right, but that doesn't even get me as much. As long as I see that there's engagement, they may not be posting. If I see that they've looked at it, I'm good. Because
listen, I got a story. I ran into a girl last night. Perfect example. Never once commented in the group, never liked a post, and she was like, oh my God, I did the whole 21-day fix program. I lost 8 pounds in the 21 days. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I didn't even think you were doing the daggone workouts because you never liked the post, you never commented, like nothing. I private messaged you a couple times, nothing. So I figured you gave up on it, and she freaking lost 8 pounds.
Oh wow. Gosh.
Yeah, I mean, so like people are just weird. People are crazy.
Yeah. And you stress the fact that it's private. Nobody can see this.
Yeah.
Nobody can see it but us. I swear.
Yeah, I got people who are like that too.
Stuff.
All right, I'm gonna have to go in like 10 minutes. So if you guys have any other questions, throw them at me.
So real quick, tapping into that whole like challenge pack stuff. So then do you still private message those that have purchased a challenge pack but didn't renew Shakeology? Do you still private message and see how they're doing?
If they've gone through the program and didn't renew the Shakeology?
Mm-hmm.
It depends. If they're, because my groups are usually 21-day fix. So I give everybody an option at the end of that round to join us for the next round. So I can pretty much gauge from that who's continuing and who's not. I don't I probably should follow up with people more than I actually do, but no. If they're not staying engaged and I've given them that option to continue on, I don't generally private message them, because I'll have private message them along the way, saying, how's it going? Blah, 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 blah. How are you enjoying your shakes? I think that's important, because, I had the girl, actually the one who lost 8 pounds, was telling me last night, she stopped her Shakeology. So I figured she wasn't doing anything. And she was like, oh, you know what? I really want to try the Shakeology again, but I was having a hard time. And I come to find out, she was just mixing the nasty vanilla that I don't like with water. And I was like, what? And she's like, then I switched to the chocolate. So I was telling her about cafe latte, so she's interested in trying that now. So, you just don't know what's going on. So I think kind of the best bet is to, if they're not posting in the group consistently, obviously the people who are posting, what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily feel the need to private message them unless I feel like I want more information, or like, how are you enjoying your shakes? Like sometimes I'll do that just to touch base, but if I know they're at least working out. How are you doing with the nutrition plan and the Shakeology? But if they're not posting at all, I will have already private messaged them during that group time. So I won't, wait. And not everybody's going to continue on Shakeology, and that's okay. You just have to learn to be okay with that. Mm-hmm. And they'll come back. I can't tell you how many people I've had come back. I've had 3 people recently say, oh, I was trying to find something a little cheaper, and, I tried this and I tried that and the other thing, and it just, I had to come back to Shakeology.
Hey, Michelle, do you have some of your sample posts, your Shakeology things that you write up, because you are the expert in our group on that? So we can have something, maybe we could copy paste and share on our own about.
Yeah, you mean that I put in my challenge groups?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can share some of those.
That would be great, because we really need to boost that engagement.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super.
And a lot of it's just sharing, what's there, the tools that are in our back office, or just like my personal experience, or just saying, it's not just a protein. A lot of people think Shakeology is just a protein shake, and it's not. Like it's a lot more than that. And, and just kind of things like that. You can even do, take the Shay Stanford article, what is it, How Shakeology Improves Your Health, or something like that. You can take little excerpts from that and just share it once a week, kind of a myth about Shakeology.
Okay.
So I think she has like the 5 myths, like Shakeology is expensive, Shakeology is a protein shake, those things. And so, you can do, I don't know, bust the myth Tuesday or whatever.
Super. Thank you.
Good idea. Yeah, come in.
I'm going to look for.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I was looking, since I've been drinking Shakeology, I've been sleeping really good. And I always had an issue with sleeping. So I went on and looked, to see what the ingredients was. And that's what my evening post is going to be. There's an ingredient in Shakeology that helps with sleep, PMS, depression. And that's the one ingredient that has helped me with my sleep. So I'm going to put that on my post tonight and just share that with others, because I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. And I think it's important to find out, like, just even from, team members, maybe everybody just even like starting a, post in the team page of how has Shakeology helped you? So because it's going to help different people in different ways, and being able to share that, I know Rachel Reddy's just had a coach sign up who has MS, and she is like amazed at how Shakeology has helped like keep her MS symptoms from flaring. Her flare-ups aren't as bad. There's people with rheumatoid arthritis that say how much Shakeology's helped them, because it has all the anti-inflammatory properties in it. So, and just being careful with that because of compliance, of if you're going to share a story like that, of adding that little blurb in, like, this has not been approved by the FDA to cure disease, illness, whatever that little thing is. So just make sure that you include that, just to kind of keep things, compliant, if you're going to share something that, refers more to like a medical condition, like MS or rheumatoid arthritis, not just kind of how it's personally helped you. So, I think sharing those stories are important.
Yeah, that's a good idea because I actually have 2 challengers who have MS. And the one, she's like, I feel amazing. She's like, I used to take a nap every single day because of the medication she's on. And she's like, and since drinking Shakeology, I feel great. And sometimes I hesitate about even like having others drink Shakeology because I'm afraid of like, oh my God, if they have a medical issue like that, like, but to hear, you know, she has MS and she's loving Shakeology and is doing, you know, awesome things to her.
Yeah.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Any other questions? No?
I think that's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for
Okay.
joining us, Michelle.
Yeah, no problem.
Daisy is going to lead our call next week. So I'm very excited about that in prep for our team call on March 17th that she's leading. So,
Woohoo!
all right.
Okay.
Have a wonderful afternoon.
Bye.
All right, thanks, guys. Good to see
See
you
you
all.
later. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Great trip.
Thanks. Have fun. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.